Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to learn more about cardinal feathers. So what are cardinal feathers? Cardinal feathers are small, tangible tokens of appreciation printed in the form of a ticket. They are ways for teachers to show their students that their good deeds do not go unnoticed. In order for the system to work, students have to want feathers, and they do. With a possible average or mean of 3.0, we can see how excited students are to get feathers. We can also see that by the time students reach 5th grade, their interest in feathers decline. However, 88.5% of 5th grade students admitted that they were still excited to get feathers. At the heart of Cardinal Feathers is the desire to promote a positive school climate that is rooted in doing the right thing and treating people right. So that leads to the question, do feathers work to do just that? As we can see from the student perspective line graph, age seems to have an almost direct correlation with interest at a declining rate. As expected, there are always outliers to the trend, and 2nd grade is an example of that. The graph shows us that as students get older, feathers lose their magic. Teachers seem to agree. When asked if cardinal feathers had a positive impact on student behaviors, 50% of K through 2 teachers said it did, while 40% of 3rd through 5th grade teachers replied in the same fashion. Knowing that, the big question is, what can we do to change this? To answer that question, I've made a few recommendations. The first recommendation is to increase the distribution. If I only work out once a week or once a month, can I truly and accurately state that exercise doesn't assist in weight loss? The same is true of feathers. If they're not distributed consistently, can we really gauge their value to students? The next recommendation is to up the ante on the rewards. Students didn't rank buying things on the Cardinal cart very favorably. Again, we can see where kindergarten and 1st grade students are more interested, while 4th and 5th graders aren't as excited to use the cart. In fact, few teachers consistently use the cart. They also acknowledge that the cart doesn't have high-interest items that their students want. That leads me to my next recommendation. Purchasing so-called cool items for the cart can be expensive, but there are some alternate incentives that are cheap or even better, and they might possibly be free. Sometimes things that cost little to nothing mean the world to a child. Teachers are going to have to be creative when it comes to these special rewards. My next recommendation is to create a monthly brochure or pamphlet that can be projected on the screen. If students could choose the items that they wanted beforehand, it would make transactions run faster and smoother. It might also help if ambassadors could assist with the cart, especially in the primary grades. This could cut down on a waste of instructional time. My final idea is to create a Cardinal committee. In order to get a pulse on what students really appreciate, a committee of a few primary and intermediate teachers should be formed with a few students. Together, they could work to come up with incentives and ideas that promote unity and increase the overall value of the feather. In closing, the Cardinal feather system has some strong roots. A little watering and sunshine is needed to help it grow, but if given the attention that is required for growth, it has the potential to reach astonishing heights. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.
Created using Powtoon.